harder than you. I'm hitting 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 harder than you.
Go hard, I go home. Go hard, I go home. Go hard, I go home. Go hard, I go home.
We don't go down.
Go down, go down, go down.
We get up.
We get up, we get up, we get up.
We don't go down.
Go down, go down, go down.
We get up.
We get up, we get up, we get up.
We don't go down.
Go down, go down, go down.
We get up.
We get up, we get up, we get up.
I'm hitting harder than you. 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 I'm hitting harder than you.
Go hard, I go home.
If you don't quit, you can't lose. If you don't quit, you can't lose. If you don't quit, you can't lose. You can't lose. You can't lose. If you don't quit, you can't lose. If you don't quit, you can't lose. If you don't quit, you can't lose. You can't lose. You can't lose.
You're almost there. You've been pushing and grinding and working, scratching and clawing, trying to get there. You're almost there. But the one thing that you cannot do, the one thing that you can do, you cannot stop.
If you don't quit, you can't lose.
I had somebody tell me that they said, Philip, listen, I'm working my way and I'm getting there. I said, well, what was the problem? They said, well, when I was almost there, I quit. I gave up. I fainted. I said, well, how did you do that? They said, I ran out of energy. And I said, there is no way that you can run out of energy. Not in this race. Not in this course. See, you got to understand that the race that you're running right now, this is not a sprint. You don't have to get there right now. You don't have to blink your eyes and be there. The race that you're running right now, this is a marathon. That means it's a long distance race. Listen, the difference between a sprint and a marathon is the way that you run. Hear me again. The difference between a sprint and a marathon is the way that you run your race. What does that mean?
Edge life, you're too close to the ledge. We gon' push you forward a few steps ahead. It's that edge life. Oh, oh, gotta get it in your head, baby. Welcome to the edge life. You're too close to the ledge. We gon' push you forward a few steps ahead. It's that edge life. Oh, oh, gotta get it in your head. Welcome to the edge life.
Welcome to that Edge Life,
Hey,
Edge
what's
Life,
up,
Edge
y'all?
Life, Edge Life. What is going on, good people? She got Philip Edge.
And your girl, Carrie Edge.
And we are here once again with the Edge Live 7
right.
podcast, another Sunday. And I am delighted to be sitting by this fine young thing right beside me. Girl, you looking so good today.
Likewise, I always tell him he's beautiful. He told me, he said, I don't think I've ever been told I was beautiful before.
That's the first, y'all. That's the first.
I'm
That's
like,
the
well,
first.
you are.
I'm
you
gonna take
need
it.
to be told
I'm
that.
gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. Man, listen, I hope you all are doing well. We got so much planned for you on today as we're gonna be talking about some ways that you can release your inner awesome. The ways that you can release your inner awesome. And it's an important topic, babe, because you know we build awesome people. That's what we do.
Absolutely. Not only do we build awesome people, but I think you're pretty awesome too.
And I think you're pretty awesome yourself, girl. I think you do it. Should I pause the TV? Should I pause this? No, we good?
No, it's okay.
All right. Well, listen. A couple of things before we get started. First and foremost, let me just say this. Next week on the Edge Life 7 podcast, we are going to have a good friend of ours, author Trey D. Johnson in the house. That's author Trey D. Johnson will be with us next week on the Edge Life 7 podcast as we are going to talk about his brand new book. Woo! And it's called Family Scars.
Yeah.
And listen, y'all, when I say this book is powerful and it's really gonna make you kind of, look inside. So make sure that you join us next Sunday, 8:00, as we have author Trey D. Johnson on the show talking about his brand new book, Family Scars. Family Scars. Yeah, it can. Yeah, it definitely needs to get some of those applause.
I always love when we have guests.
I love the guest shows. Last week we had an amazing show.
Yeah, we did. Unapologetic. I have mine on today.
I see
inspired.
I see it.
Our favorite shirt from Unapologetic.
This is the favorite shirt right here. The shirt. Oh my gosh. It says,
me living risky.
"Come on, somebody. Faith got me living risky." How many of you all can really say that faith has you living risky?
Absolutely. Faith has me living risky. And I know when I'm living in a risky state, that it allows my awesomeness to come out.
Come on, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
To come out. So I thought it was like, it's a good shirt to wear for this.
I think it's pretty fitting. I think it's pretty fitting. And let us just thank again Henry C. Murphy for joining us last week. Henry C. Murphy came on and literally, man, he blessed the show last week, hon.
Many gems.
There was one though. There was one that I ate off all week long. On the show last week, he literally was talking to us about entrepreneurship. He was sharing with us his story. He was sharing with us, what's going on with Unapologetic, the brand that he built, where Unapologetic came from, and also the future of Unapologetic and kind of where he's going. And I thought that was like super, super dope. But he said this. He said you can either, what he said, you can either make excuses or you can make moves. And that right there, I was like, wow. So you can make moves or you can make excuses. And that moved me, because all week long I was like, hey, your boy got to make some moves.
Yeah,
I got to make some moves. Yeah, that's it.
Options. That's it.
That's it.
It's really simple.
So I'm gonna tell y'all, you can either make moves or you can make excuses. So we don't need to hear no excuses. We need to hear move. Yeah, we need to hear the moves. We hear the moves. That's it. We need to hear the moves. That is what's up. So baby, how are you doing before we jump into this?
I'm good. How about you? How was your week? You said you took that little bit of advice and
you
got moving this week.
Yeah, I got moving. By the way, I shared with y'all last week, I believe it was, but I was sharing with you all about the 6-week masterclass that Carrie and I are getting ready to kick off. And y'all, we are almost full with the class. So let me go ahead and give some applause for that. Almost full with the masterclass. I got 2 spots right now that I still have open. So if you're looking to join the masterclass, make sure you all hit us up in the chat, comments, or the DM. Just let us know, hey, I'm interested in this masterclass thing that you have going on. It is going to be an amazing 6 weeks, and I can't wait to see the people when they start and when they end, because we already know the change is going to come. Change is going to come. They're
going to learn how really awesome they truly are.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Because at the end of the day, again, we build awesome people, man. We're going to break it all down. We're going to break it all down for them. You know what I'm saying? So aside from that, just been working, been putting some things together, getting ready to release a couple other courses in addition to the masterclass. So, y'all just keep an eye out for what we're doing with Edge and Associates, because I'm not even saying it's about to go down. Like, it's going down. It's going down. And I'm super, super excited that you all can be a part of the journey and part of what's going on.
Absolutely.
So, babe, let's do this. Let's jump into this thing talking about awesome, right? And here's the thing, when we think about awesome, I'm talking about people who are unique, people who are amazing. As our friend Ramiah Trask would say, we're talking about freaking amazing people, right? So these are people who are freaking amazing. They are literally like a level up. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't know if that's you or not, you better look in the mirror. You better say, you know what? I am awesome, right? Yeah. I am awesome. So with that being said, today we really want to give you some tips of how you can pull out your inner awesome, because the one thing that we believe, it's in there.
Absolutely.
It's in there.
It's in all of us.
It is in all of us. You know what I'm saying?
Doesn't make junk. So.
And you know the funny thing? I really don't know anybody who wakes up and says, you know what?
I'm not awesome.
I'm not awesome. Like, I'm horrible. Like
most people don't wake up and say, you know what, I'm horrible. I'm in bad shape. Most people wake up and they say, you know what, I want to do and be the best that I can. And what we're talking about doing today is taking you from where you are to where we really believe that you were created to be. You were created to thrive. You were created to go higher. You were created to walk in all the fullness of what you got. And that's something else.
I think there are people out there, you know, probably the average person doesn't necessarily always see the awesome, because I think sometimes we see the circumstance.
Tell me more.
Rather than the substance.
Tell me more.
Yeah, we see the circumstance. We see the things that are going on around us rather than the substance that we have in. So we miss the stuff that's on the inside and we get too outer focused. And so this whole concept of being awesome is really about what's in us, not about what's going on around us. So being awesome.
You already hitting on something right now. You hitting on something. Go ahead.
Being awesome is a state of mind
That's
in which
it.
you inspire awe.
That's it.
That's all awesome is.
That's it.
It's a state of mind. It's a mindset in which you inspire awe, A-W-E,
A-W-E.
not A-L-L.
Yeah.
In yourself, but also in others.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So
I love it.
It's a way of thinking.
I love it. I love it.
You know, change your mind, change your life.
So let me rewind back to something that you said, because we already in this, y'all. So if you taking notes, you may as well go ahead and get the pen and paper
I can't
out.
repeat it. It usually comes from, you know.
So the one thing, and we said this, and we're gonna jump into this in a second, but you spoke about it, so I want to bring it up. So awesome is a mindset, right? And being awesome and living awesome, it's a mindset. So there is something about being able to walk out and live out that mindset as opposed to live the mindset of the things that we see around us. Because one thing that you said, and I totally agree with it, you know, sometimes our circumstances don't line up with what we know to be true or what's on the inside of us, right? So like we look at the circumstances, and the circumstances will say, oh man, you ain't got it. You know, the circumstances will say, you know, you're in bad shape. The circumstances will say that, right? But there's something about having the right mindset and the mindset of that person who is awesome. Let's talk a little bit about the mindset, if you will, of that person who is awesome, right? What does that look like?
I mean, you know, when I think about awesome people, it's about people who truly are in control of what they think. You know, because you can see people going through life, and you can have two people experiencing very similar circumstances. But the way they're dealing with it, what's coming out of them is different, one versus the other. So again, it's the way that you look at it and how you proceed.
Right.
And you know, you have this you know, I'm gonna, whatever it is that I'm facing, I got this. Yeah. You know, what's in me is greater than what is around me. So I have the substance that overcomes the circumstance.
That's so good. That's so good. What's in me is greater than what's around me. What's in me is greater than the things that I say. One of the things that we say, and y'all might want to write this down, we say, don't give in to self-doubt, right? Don't give in to self-doubt, because, you know, when the things around you start growing and the things around you start looking like, oh man, we got a lot of stuff going on, it can bring the mindset of that self-doubt, right? It can bring the mindset to where you're sitting there like, oh man, am I going to do this? Am I going to succeed? Am I really going to be able to get over this thing, right? And self-doubt can set in. But the cool thing, and I love what you said, the internal you, the internal awesome, it's on the inside of you, and it's really greater than the situations and the stuff that you see all around you sometimes. You know?
Yep. We were just catching a glimpse of the All-Star, the 3-point shootout. And sometimes it comes down to the last ball, as Steph Curry.
That's so good.
You know, you can't doubt yourself. You just got to keep shooting. So, I mean, I may have to hit all 5 of the very last balls.
Right.
But if the moment that I doubt myself that I'm going to be able to do that is the moment that I've already written myself off and I'm done. Yeah. You know, so you never know. As long as there's breath in your lungs. That's what I tell people. Like you're still breathing, right? Yeah. You know, this situation, it ain't going to kill you. Right. You may not want to face it. You may not want to deal with it, but you got everything that you need on the inside of you, as long as you don't say, this is bigger than me.
That is so good. That is so good.
There is no circumstance that is bigger than us. We are created in God's image and likeness. So there is nothing that we experience that can be bigger than us.
That's so good.
We're
That's
more
so
than
good.
an overcomer. We're already conquerors in Christ Jesus.
That's right.
How can anything be bigger?
It can't. It can't,
So
right?
it can't. So you
can't.
got to walk around with that mentality. So you got to be like a Tigger instead of an Eeyore.
Some of them might have missed that one, babe. Some of them,
Yeah,
they may not know that Winnie the Pooh right there.
Like
they
we
might
do,
not
you
know the Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, they may not know the 100-acre woods.
but the Tigger,
100-acre woods.
but the Tigger is like anytime you see Tigger, and if y'all don't know who Tigger is, go ahead and just Google him. TIIGR. Right? Go ahead and Google
The
Tigger.
wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tigger's a wonderful thing. I mean,
Right,
he even has a
right.
song that talks
Yeah.
about how wonderful he is.
That's right. That's right.
Another tip that we give for people to be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, have a theme song.
Come
like,
on,
play
man.
music.
Come on.
You know, play things that motivate
Yes.
you. Keep your atmosphere charged
Yes.
with awesome stuff that's awesome to you.
I'm telling you.
I work for Elevation House. I work with adults that live with serious mental illness. And one of the things that we did going from 2020 into 2021, we had a theme song
Really?
party.
Come
We
on.
did a party.
Come
and
on.
We said everybody is going to pick a theme song for 2021. What's
I love
your
it.
theme song?
Yeah.
And we all got all hyped up listening to everybody's theme song.
That is
but
so
the
cool.
other thing about it was that it gave us a glimpse on the inside of us.
Yeah.
You know, what's that thing that motivates you?
I love this.
What's the thing that pushes you?
Yes. Yes.
So, you know, some people had slower songs, other people had like, you know, rocky,
I love
you
it.
know, that sort of thing. But, you know, have those things around you.
That's right.
Surround yourself
The
with
theme
things
song
that motivate
motivates you. Come on,
Yeah.
girl. That's what I'm talking
So
about.
in that moment, you just put that song on.
Yeah.
Like your songs.
Yeah. Listen.
Like what we played before. If you don't quit, you can't lose.
Come on. Come
you
on.
Can't lose.
Hey,
you
get
can't
it. Get it,
lose.
girl. Get it. Oh, get it. Get it. Hey, and here's the thing. I know even when we created this segment, we put that together.
Yeah.
We put that together.
We gon' push you forward.
And this is our theme song.
It gets us.
Gotta get it in your head. I mean, that's the theme
Well, it
song
gets
for
you
us.
hyped up when, you know, you're getting ready to start the show.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, think about every athlete.
Mm-hmm.
What do you see them now? You know, they got their
They got the earphones.
headphones
Yep.
or their
Yep.
AirPods
Yep.
or whatever they have, and they're listening to their playlist. I mean, your playlists say a whole lot about people.
Yes. Yes.
They really do.
So
But it
hold
helps
on
you
1 second,
to
honey.
bring the awesome out.
If y'all have a song, like if you have a theme
put it
song,
in there.
put your theme song inside of the chat. Put your theme song inside of the chat. We want to know, like, what is your theme song? I want to hear and see some of your theme songs. So if you have one, go ahead and put it into the chat. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just wanted to make sure we get that in
that's
there.
an awesome thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, share with us your theme song. Maybe it's something we need to add to our playlist. Man, I love music. It really does help to motivate me. You know, as a personal trainer, I'll use music a lot to just motivate people, you know, like beats per minute, all those sorts of things. They just kind of keep you going, keep you moving, keep you awesome, right? Right?
I love
It's a
it.
simple
I
thing.
love it.
It's a
I love
simple
it.
tool, you
So
know, to remind you how awesome you are.
Can you think of some of the theme songs that you all had at Elevation House?
Well, Eye of the Tiger was definitely one.
Yeah.
Like
that's
when
a dope
you
one.
when you think about like, okay, so the other thing is when you go to most high school football games, give me a song that you hear from a high school
High school football game. Da 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 da. Thunder. Da 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 da. I don't even know the words. I know. Thunder. Like, that's all I know. That's a good one.
Thunder.
What's another one?
Oh man, today they're a little bit different.
They don't do those today, huh?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going on a trip in our favorite rocket ship, flying through the sky.
That's our son's theme song, by the way.
That was one of them.
Yeah, that was one of our
yeah.
son's theme songs.
You know, but there are so many. Music is so inspiring.
Yeah,
anyways.
yeah, I agree.
But it really does draw some things out of us. You know, it's emotive,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the thing about music. It's emotive. And again, just remember, awesomeness is It's on the inside.
It's on the inside.
Right?
It's on the inside.
It's
That's
on the
right.
inside.
That's right.
And so sometimes our emotions just need to be adjusted. They just need a little pump up.
Yeah.
They need a little pep.
Yeah.
You don't, like most of us, if you're working out and you're out there on your bike or your treadmill, you're probably not listening to, I don't know, some sad song.
No, not at all.
You're gonna get off the treadmill. I'm done.
Well, you're gonna get on there like 2 minutes and be done.
Or when you're in your feels, when you're on your feels, you're sad.
Right.
So if you're needing to be awesome, play your awesome theme.
Play your awesome theme song. And I'm telling you, that's one tip that we want to make sure that you hear loud and clear. Find you an awesome theme song and play that thing regularly. That's it.
Things that inspire you to be awesome.
That's it.
Another thing that I encourage people, to discover the awesomeness on the inside and to change their mindset is to just learn something new. Learning something new and taking a risk, both of those things.
Yeah.
Because
they work hand in hand.
They kind of work hand in hand because there's always the potential of failure. So anytime you put yourself in a risky situation where, those sorts of things, they do inspire you to be awesome because it's growing you. You've got to put yourself in risky situations or in situations that stretch you.
Yeah.
They kind of do the same thing and force you to have to learn something new about you if it's a risky situation or about a thing. Like when you don't have to know everything. That's the other thing.
Yeah.
Like being awesome doesn't mean you know everything. It means you know something well. What are you a master at?
That is so good.
Master something.
Right.
So they're similar because they have the same kind of workings internally in our minds, but they are different.
Right.
I know one of the things that I learned about you with risk taking, and we've talked about it before, was when you were willing to put yourself in a situation where you were uncomfortable, i.e., on the largest Ferris wheel in the state of Georgia. For me, that was a risk that you took. You didn't do it for yourself. You did it for me. But
right.
I'm sure you learned some things about yourself. I know
Absolutely.
I learned some things about you.
I learned I was scared.
Well, I know when I felt led to go into law enforcement, there were a lot of things that I put myself, that was, I really stretched myself. I had to learn a lot of new things. I had to take a lot of risk.
Yeah.
And it was very empowering, all those things.
Yeah.
They did stretch.
Right.
They stretched me physically, mentally, all of those things. But I felt so awesome. Like I can remember, walking across the stage and be like, man, I did this.
Yeah.
I spent 10 weeks of hard, dedicated study.
Right.
Physical, input and, learning to shoot well, driving well, all of these sorts of things where other people hadn't, they didn't pass.
Yeah.
But it gave me a good sense of satisfaction.
Right.
And I think when we do accomplish things, you do have that satisfaction, but that's like the awesomeness is exuding, you know.
Yeah.
It's coming forth out of you. So take some risks, learn something new, and remember, you don't have to be an expert at everything.
Yeah. Yeah. And I want to go just a little further in that. You don't have to be an expert in everything. Find the thing that you're an expert in.
Right.
Find the thing that you do well. And please hear my heart. It doesn't have to be what everybody else does well. And it doesn't even have to like be what anybody wants other people to do well. As long as you do well, you find joy in that thing, right? Going back to Steph Curry, I was watching and listening to some of the announcers. Like, Steph Curry is now arguably the greatest shooter in the NBA, in NBA history. He's the greatest shooter, right? So they're like, who do you want to take the last shot? And they're sitting there talking about all these other people. I'm like,
Step.
y'all know who you want to take the last shot.
In his hand.
I don't care who it is.
If MJ ain't on the court.
Right. So we have been able to really differentiate. So Michael Jordan, in my humble opinion, is the greatest basketball player to ever play the game, right? But that's a complete player. But Steph has said, you know what? I don't have to be MJ. I'm not 6'6".
Curry.
I'm Steph Curry, who's 6'3" from North Carolina, Davidson University, but I can shoot anywhere in this gym. And literally, here's the crazy thing. They literally changed the rules of the 3-point 3-point contest. I don't know if you all saw this, but they changed the rules of the 3-point contest. Now they have some racks or 2 balls that are back further.
They were Mountain Dew balls.
The Mountain Dew balls.
Yeah.
Why do they have those? Because you got people like Steph Curry who are shooting from half court, right?
Draining 'em.
So when I think about somebody like Steph Curry, he may not be great at everything, but doggone it, if you put a ball in his hands, he will shoot the lights out. He is a sharp shooter. That's what he does great. He may not dunk on everybody. He might not dunk on everybody. If you want somebody to dunk on everybody, you go get Vince Carter. You go get MJ. You go get somebody like that. You don't get Steph Curry to go dunk.
No.
Why? Because he found the thing that he was great at, right? So the thing that I want to say to you all today is, what is that thing that you're great at? What is that one thing that you can say, you know what, I can do this right here, and I'm going to practice, and I'm going to work, and I'm going to do everything that I can to make myself good at this one particular thing. If you're working a job, don't think about everything, right? What's the one thing? Where's the one gap that you can go fill, that you can do for your boss, for your managers, for your leaders? What's that one thing that you can do, and then be recognized as that? They'll come and they'll say, hey, whenever we need to do this, we're going to need to get you. Right. Because you've made yourself valuable in that specific place. So find that one thing that you're good at and work that and do that.
Yeah, and capitalize on that awesomeness. And if you don't think what you do well is awesome, I want you to just get on YouTube and I want you to look for random stuff.
There's so much random stuff.
I promise you, there are people on there that what they're good at is so random. Mm-hmm. But somebody's looking for it.
That's right.
There are people, they're making money. It's monetized.
Yes.
Because people are looking for what they're awesome at. So, weird stuff, y'all. I'm not going to go into all of it, but there are some interesting things that people are experts at.
Very much.
I don't know a lick about. Like, guys out there, like cutting one little blade of grass. You need to talk to the blade of grass like this.
Why? But they're good at it.
And there's apparently an audience for it.
I'll give you one. There's a lady on YouTube right now. She is really good at eating food.
Oh yes, mukbangs.
And all she does is like eats food.
Everything.
And people literally like listen to her eat her food.
I can't listen to it.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. But when we talk, hundreds of thousands of followers are online watching and listening to this lady.
She makes money for eating.
For eating
Why
food.
did I not think
for eating
of
food.
this?
For eating food.
What am I thinking?
Right.
Okay, Dr. Pimple Popper.
I knew you were going to bring that one up. I
watch it. Okay, I'm not even going to lie. I've watched it. I'm not like one of those, like I set my timer. Oh, I got to watch. I don't even know when it's on.
That's just nasty. I'm sorry, y'all.
But she has a show because she's good at popping pimples.
Popping pimples, yep.
So if you don't believe what you do is awesome,
come on, man.
Go watch an episode of Dr.
Pimple Popper.
You can be awesome at anything.
Yes.
Anything.
Yes.
You are awesome. You are freaking awesome. You inspire all in people and you don't even know it.
That's it.
People are watching you
pop pimples.
I hope not. People are watching you cultivate that one blade of grass in your yard.
Come on.
And you're out there talking to it.
I love it.
The fact that they didn't call somebody to come and get you is a miracle within itself. They were so awe-inspired, they're not concerned about you.
I love it. It. Now here's the thing. Like, I don't even know how we got to Dr. Pimple Popper.
I don't even know how to recover from popping pimples and talking to grass.
Yeah, but it is all good. It is all good. I will say this. One thing that you can do to pull out that inner awesome is, again, we talked about finding that one thing. But with finding that one thing, I'm going to tell you this: be passionate about that thing, right? Like, literally, when you think about passion in and of itself is awesome, right? When you have passion about something, you mentioned a word earlier. You said it's contagious. Like, have you ever been around someone who is passionate about something? I mean, even if it's not your thing, you're sitting there like, I don't understand why you eating the food, but I'm gonna watch this for 15 minutes for whatever reason. Like their passion
draws you in. Yes,
their
sucks
passion
you
is
in.
engaging. Their passion is contagious.
I mean, we've all talked to those people, like the accountant who loves some numbers and they're so passionate about what they do, and they just start talking, and you're like, yeah. I mean, you're all excited and you don't even know why, and then you're like, what do we just?
What are we doing?
Like a 20-minute conversation about? But yeah, you know, you're so excited about that thing. You know, passion is the thing that will sustain you.
That's good.
You know,
that's
after you know your energy, after you know just your physical wherewithal is gone. Passion moves you beyond a space and place that you into a place and time that you don't even think that you have the energy to go. Yeah. Like, I mean, all of us have been there where it's just because we're so passionate. You know, I've been there when I'm serving people. You know, we've done outreaches where by the time the day was over, I was so spent. My feet hurt. You know, I had lugged and lifted and all these sorts of things. And I didn't even realize it in the moment because I was, you know, so passionate about doing it. Right. And I didn't even realize. And y'all, I don't know if you heard the door, but the dog has entered the room.
Listen, can I tell you something? We have a dog who anytime we go live, our dog tries to like get on camera. I don't know what it is,
it's
but
the truth.
The dog knows when we go live.
To YouTube and watch. You'll see a random dog sighting.
Yeah, like she's underneath our desk right now,
and she may start barking to come up here so that
because she's like, hey, they need to see me on camera, but I don't know what
trying not to speak
we've created a monster. We've created a monster. So look, let me give one other thing that will help us to pull out our inner awesome, and this is real, right? Get around other awesome people. Let me say it again. Get around other awesome people, because when you get around other awesome people, I don't know what it is, but it's almost like game recognized game. You know what I'm saying? Like if when I get around you, because I know you are awesome, it makes me even more awesome because I'm around other awesome. You know, and that's like a whole bunch of awesomes right there. But I
overuse the word awesome.
It makes me better when I'm around other people. It pushes my game up to the next level. Like I'll never forget. So many of you know, for 20 years or so, I traveled the country. I did speaking, public speaking, leadership development, that kind of thing, right? And I'm gonna be honest, you know, I felt like I did my thing. You know what I mean? And in my mind, I was like, if this was a game, like I ain't even joking. If this was a game and you give me a topic to talk about and you say you got 10 minutes to talk about this, go. I'm putting myself up against anybody. I don't care who it is. I'll talk. I'll go. Like that's how confident that I am and was as it relates to public speaking. But man, I started getting around like my mentors, you know, like David Shands and some of these other guys, and started looking at some of the other cats who are around them. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I might not be as hot as I thought I was. So what it made me do, I didn't run from it. It made me really say, no, I got to step my game up. I got to understand what's going on. How are they doing what they're doing? How are they speaking the way that they're speaking? How are they getting people engaged, right? So now I started studying the game now. I started studying those people who are in that circle now. I started looking them up on YouTube. I started calling them and saying, hey, help me understand, how do you do so-and-so? Because I wanted to be the best at my craft. So it didn't make me worse. Being around those people who were awesome at what they did, that made me better. And I'm sitting here saying right now, to this day, I continue to go and to watch and see what other great orators are doing, what other great speakers are doing, what other great leadership development and facilitators and coaches, what are they doing? I study them because that's how it makes me great. It takes me back to football days. Like even in football days, we always had a little scout report, right? Yeah. Every Friday night before the game, we did this thing called milk and cookies, right? And the whole premise of milk and cookies was to go over the scouting report one last time before the game. See, throughout the week, we had been practicing and preparing and watching and understanding who our opponents were. And in life, we can't stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like we always got to continue studying and preparing and getting around other people who are awesome, because that will raise your game to the next level.
And we've already kind of talked about this, but awesome people are lifelong learners.
Yeah.
That's why I said you've got to learn something.
Yeah.
Because Philip has a certain mindset about that. There are a lot of people out there in life who won't ever really be great.
Right.
Because they're afraid of people who are awesome. And they look at awesome people and all they can see within themselves is the shortcomings rather than seeing the lesson. So, you know, you've got to be humble. Humble people, awesome people are humble people. Because no one looks at someone as awesome when they don't have any humility.
Come on.
Because the other thing
Speak
that
that.
makes you awesome is being kind
Speak
to
that.
people.
Yep.
So if you want to be awesome, be kind. How many of us have ever been around someone who we just kind of idolized and we thought they were super awesome?
But
And then you got around them and you're like,
yeah.
you know, they have the character of a slug.
Yeah.
You know?
Uh-huh.
You know, they're narcissistic. They're this, they're that. Yeah, they might be good at some things, but I don't see them as awesome.
Right.
Awesome people are kind people. So be humble so that you can learn, so that you can get better at your craft, but also so that you can have that draw.
Yes.
Awesome people have that charisma.
They
because
draw
they're
people.
kind.
Yes.
They're truly caring.
Yes.
They're passionate and compassionate.
I love
Yeah.
it. They're passionate and compassionate.
Exactly.
I love it.
It's not just about them. It's
Yes.
about other people too. And, you know, awesome people are also not only excited and hungry to learn, they're also excited and hungry to share.
Come on. Yeah.
You know, I want to share, like, you know, Henry coming on with us and just pouring, just downloading
Yes.
and sharing with everyone, you know, how he grew his business into a 6-figure business. You know, he's not like sitting here, oh, no. I don't
can't
want
tell 'em
anybody else to
all
do
the
this. I'm
goods.
not telling them
Yeah.
all the secrets.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. No. I want you to be awesome too.
That's right. That's
and
right.
that's really a sign of a truly awesome person when they're kind to others.
That's right. I love it. I love it. I love it. So the question is this. Are you awesome?
And the answer is simple.
Yes. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. So we just want to challenge you to pull out your inner awesome. You're already great. I mean, it's already in there. You know what I'm saying? I say this all the time. The problem is not what you're trying to figure out, right? You're trying to figure out, how can I do this? That's not the problem. The problem is literally just doing what you already know and being who you already are. That's all you have to be. And when you do that, you can be awesome, man. And people are going to look at you and be like, you pretty doggone awesome.
That's right. The problem is not the substance.
That's right.
It's your strategies
That's
for
right.
utilizing the substance. Because remember, awesomeness is inspiring all. It's a certain mindset that we have, inspiring yourself and inspiring others to be great.
That's right.
Simple. So you got everything you need. You just got to get your strategy right, get your mind right. Change your mind, change your life.
Come on. And over the next couple of weeks, we gonna be chopping this up and talking about how you can change your mind and change your life. Next week, though, we're going to have an
week,
awesome
Trey
segment with
Johnson.
author Trey D. Johnson as we talk about
I forgot
family
the D, my
scars.
bad.
You got to say Trey D. Johnson.
Yes.
And
When
you have
use
to
a middle initial,
yeah,
you're
you
awesome.
got to do it. You got to do
I use
it.
Carrie Image every time I sign.
You got to do it.
Yeah.
And with Trey, you have to put author in the front of it. Like author Trey D.
Because
Johnson.
not everybody is an author.
Absolutely.
Like, you earn that.
Absolutely. So next week, author Trey D. Johnson is going to be on the Edge Live podcast with us, and we're going to talk about family scars, his brand new book. The book is amazing. You all will kind of peel it back just a little bit. But I'm going to say this, and just as a little teaser, I really believe that when we can go inside and begin analyzing inside and healing, man, that does something to really release the awesome that's already inside of you. So make sure that next week, 8 o'clock, you join us here for the Edge Live 7 podcast as we welcome in author Trey D. Johnson to the show.
Until then.
Hey, y'all know
Be
what it is,
awesome.
man. Y'all be awesome.
Be awesome.
We'll holler at y'all
'cause
next
you
week.
are awesome. Be freaking amazing.
Peace.
Peace out.
Edge life, you're too close to the ledge. We gon' push you forward a few steps ahead. It's that edge life. Oh, gotta get it in your head, baby. Welcome to the edge life. You're too close to the ledge. We gon' push you forward a few steps ahead. It's that edge life.